had to make this video today because there are things I've been bottling up inside for the last few weeks from stuff that's happened. You've seen it in the news. And I just have to talk about it. If you followed wherever you're watching this on right now for any time, you know that I'm an advocate for those who are 55 and over when it comes to technology because they have been excluded. The people who built it were excluded, and that's another conversation for another time. You can go and watch that content and you'll see what it's all about. What I want to talk about today is the existential threat that we face as human beings. And I know you're probably thinking, I'm going to say AI. AI is a part of it. It is a part of it. It's not the AI itself. It's the people who run it and make those decisions. They're the existential threat to all of us. Those that have the power to do that, who we barely even know, they're driven by money. I'll call it what it is. But I will say this. I just did an article, a piece not too long ago on Yoshua Bengio, and he's one of the 3 or 4 people in the world, mind you, in the world, that are responsible for what we call AI today. They built the foundation, the building blocks for it. And he's terrified of it. So he created his own nonprofit to fight it because he knows that the people who are in control of this are insane. They're greedy. And that's the best way I could put it without saying anything that will get me in trouble here. The reality of it is one of the only AI companies I have respect for, and that's Anthropic. They've earned my respect when they created Mythos, which is super powerful, and it can go and break into whatever and find vulnerabilities, and they pulled it back. That to me means a lot. But they just got a $65 billion infusion, which now leads them up to a $900 billion valuation. And I thought about that the other day. And I said, $900 billion. Now that's more than the gross domestic product for most countries. $900 billion. What kills me is that kind of money can do so many things, so much for our society as a whole, the world, for every human being on this planet. I'm tired of seeing the St. Jude commercials with children who are dying of cancer. I'm sick of seeing people who are what they want to call unhoused. Now they're homeless, and families who are homeless, and people losing their jobs and becoming that. And on top of that, AI is part of that problem because these greedy board members and boards and executives that want to save a buck and put more money in their pocket are letting thousands of people go. But they're not, I really don't think that they're thinking about the big picture here. They're not, because when it comes time for their $20 million bonus, they're not thinking about us. They're not thinking about you or me. They're not thinking about the person who might have a child or a loved one at home that needs medical care, and especially with the price of medical care in some countries, the U.S., for instance. I really look at this. If we have the ability to have such powerful tools in AI, and I won't even get into the building of the data centers that are destroying communities with polluting the water, or these people are breathing diesel fumes, whatever the case may be. I'm not even going to get into that. I want to get into how, if you want to build that, build one that sits there and all its job is to do is find the cure for cancer, for MS, for diabetes, for all of these things that plague us. Could you imagine what life would be like if those were solved? And yes, the pharmaceutical companies who rip people off, they would have a problem. But being virtuous and doing the morally correct thing, and I hope that someone hears this and thinks about that, because that would be the best thing for humanity, right? AI is here to help us, not be a problem solver that we don't have to work anymore. That's not what AI is. AI is a helper. It's to help us progress or launch us into the next millennia, right? It can help put people on the moon. It can help us go to Mars. Wouldn't you want to see that for your children and your grandchildren? That's a legacy to leave. But yet we're heading in the wrong direction. And I think about what Marcus Aurelius had said It's amazing. 2,000 years ago, he made this statement, and it's amazing. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Be one. And that's all I got to say. Take this for what you will, and I will see you again soon.